Hello there, vinyl community and YouTube. As you can see, it has started. I'm on a balcony, so hereby I can declare the balcony season 2018 for officially opened. And I think it is a new record in the time when I'm doing it. I don't think this is early May, and we're having around 25 degrees right now in the sun here, so I can sit on the balcony doing this in the beginning of May. It feels real great. And hello there, Robert Z. It feels good to actually do my to open the balcony season with doing a celebration for you. You have reached the milestone of 250 subscribers, but I think that is a bit outdated number right now, right? You have a little bit more right now. But it is 250 subscribers contest. Congratulations to those, Robert Z. You are a really great guy, a great channel. You're hilariously funny. You have a great knowledge about music and records, and real great videos. So I'm pretty sure your subscribers, the amount of subscribers will skyrocketing right now. You wanted us to talk about the vinyl community, about memories, what it means to us, and so on. A group hug, so to say. And for me, it started, I think I told this a couple of times before, but no problems telling it again. I've been in the vinyl community since beginning of 2000. No, since April 2014. I think I have celebrated my 4th year in the vinyl community. And started half a year before that when I was in a discussion forum for record collectors in Sweden, and Björn Jakobsson went in there and suggested that we all should start doing videos for the vinyl community. I don't think many of us actually went on that, but I started watching his videos, and it looked very, very interesting. And I started to watch Supra Vest videos, and I got the feeling that why not? It would be fun to actually have a chance to talk music and records with other people. So I got myself web camera in Christmas present and starting to film. I think the first contest that I participated in was me and Mr. Mayo, but you were also, Robert, one of the first people who interacted with me. So it's been real interesting 4 years, which of course one of the most interesting is the possibility to meet people from all around the world. And take you back to a childhood memory when I was around 12, 13 years old. I was in high school. I lived in a community outside Sundsvall called Nacksta, and if a place where I lived was here, it was a bit downhill to my school, and I think I'd been home for lunch or something like that, lunch break, and was getting down to the school, and all of a sudden I was stopped by a man who was not from Sweden, and he asked in English what time it was, what the clock was, and I just said around 12 o'clock or something like that, and he said thank you and then went away. And I remember feeling so proud that I, for once in my life, had been able to talk English with someone who wasn't from Sweden. It felt so unique in some form. And here I am today, around 30 years later, sitting here talking English almost daily with people from all over the world in the vinyl community. So it's interesting how things have developed through internet, the way to interact with other people. And also all the music that I've been learning to like thanks to the vinyl community. We have stuff that if you asked me 10 years ago, I would have shaken my head and said, hell no. Don't imagine me that I would listen to that. But blood, sweat and tears, no way. Today it is a band that I love very, very much and listen a whole lot to, and that I try to buy everything that I can that I don't have. 10cc. I knew Dreadlock Holiday I thought was pretty boring. Then I started to listen to them and their album Bloody Tourists. I realized that this was so great. Today I collect 10cc. And I'm getting inspiration from all kind of stuff for new music. David Bowie. I listened to the 80s David Bowie, that was it. And today David Bowie from the 70s is one of my favorites. So I've been inspired to listen to Fogelberg also, another artist that I knew nothing about before and that I today collect. So vinyl community gave me a lot of inspiration of new music that to actually like. And unfortunately I haven't met any vinyl community yet in public. After all, here in Sweden it isn't all that many who is on the vinyl community, and everybody else is way far away. But as I said, it's amazing to have been able to have contacts in America, in United Kingdom, in Denmark, Finland, Germany, to have friends all over the world. It was one of the reasons why I finally got myself a Facebook account, to be able to communicate with the vinyl community in a much more better way than just through the comment section on the videos. But I haven't met anyone yet in public. But I have communicated with them when they're doing live broadcasts and so on, and then typed how to communicate. They broadcasting and I'm writing, chatting. So that I've been meeting people like that, like Adam 87 and so on. But in person, no. But I have gotten different kind of contest prizes and VCLGs and so on. And I thought that my way of thanking the vinyl community and the people that I have met and so on is by showing the stuff that I've gotten through the years from the vinyl community. Those are some of my best memories of the vinyl community, of course. I wish that I could send stuff to you also, but the cost of sending from Sweden to outside of Sweden, and especially America, is very, very expensive. So I hope to be able to send something to some of you guys someday. I can't afford at the moment, which is also one of the reasons why I haven't done any contests, because I'm not all that rich guy. After all, many of the albums that I buy are not the most expensive ones. But let me show you, as a way to say thank you, some of the stuff that I've gotten. I think the first thing I got was mix CDs from DJ Trish. CDs, great CDs that I'm still listening to every now and then. Then I remember I was doing my first culling video when I culled my collection, which record I was going to ship away, and I got a message from John Bellamy, who at that time lived in Sweden actually, if I not remember all that wrong, and he wanted to have the British band Sig Sig Sputnik that I had still, and he suggested a switch. So I sent him the Sig Sig Sputnik, and I got this album, Dollar, and the Dollar album, a band that I almost written off as an uninteresting band, but I listened to it, and such an amazing album. I'm surprised how real fantastic it was. So extremely grateful for this. Here, the note. And as a bonus, I also got this 12-inch of Pet Shop Boys, Where the Streets Have No Names, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, from the Behavior album. Remember being shocked by the fact that it actually was another album also there. Then I was in a contest held by Jenny B-Sides, and I was one of 3 persons who won, and we were supposed to have a little trivia among us 3, and I remember Jenny and I was trying to get connected by Skype, I think, and I had such a horrible computer back then, so I couldn't get connected one bit. So I remember it ended with she filming, and she and Dave was filming, and I was typing, chatting with the keyboard, the computer, and it was real great memory actually. And I got many great records. I got this one as a surprise. It was Sergio Mendes and the new Brazil 77, with a lot of interesting stuff, sounding a bit more soulish than Sergio Mendes normally does. So it's a really great one. I got this classic cover, and also very good music, great music also, of course. Herb Alpert and Tiana Brass with Cream and Other Delights. I got this Reflex, The Politics of Dancing, an album Reflex I was so interested in back then. I wasn't the British synth band that I liked the most, but when I listened to this one, I totally changed my mind. Also, thanks to the VC, I've changed my mind about a whole lot of artists. So, Politics of Dancing by Reflex, a real great synthesizer, 80s British synth new wave album. And the one I was most shocked of about winning was this one. Jimmy Smith, Back in the Chicken Shack, Stanley Turrentine, Kenny Burrell, Donald Bailey. Such an amazing album, and also a reissue from 2014, which then were my by far newest album that I had, at least on vinyl. Then after that, Jenny sent a mixtape to us who had participated in the contest, containing music that we have said that we like, and I think it was part of one of the questions. Then I think it was last January, all of a sudden I got a surprise package with Jimmy Smith albums from Jenny. Jimmy Smith with Stanley Turrentine, Prayer Meeting. Great Blue Note release. And also this, Jimmy Smith The Boss, a Verve release. Real great albums. Thanks again, Jenny. Then in the beginning of summer, all of a sudden I got a message from Paul, Baraka P. Dub. I had mentioned that I wanted to have Carole King's Tapestry, and all of a sudden he wrote and said that he had found it and was going to send it, and I was very surprised by that generosity. Only that. Then the package came and I was literally shocked. First of all, of course, those great stuff from NASA, badges, among those Swedish Crystal Fuglesang, and also some records that I couldn't imagine was actually going to be a part of it. I was very shocked that this was also in the package. A group that I never heard of then, called Beacon, and a great dreamy electro album called Escapements. This one was released in 2015, so it broke the record of the newest vinyl I had. Real great one. Then I had, before sitting down and thought to myself that what everybody was talking about, one album that they said were great, and I felt like, well, go on YouTube and check it out, and I felt like this wasn't bad at all. Maybe I should get this album one day. And all of a sudden Paul sent me it. Lee Morgan, The Sidewinder, and so amazed by how great and shiny quality it was. Amazing album, amazing quality. And then of course Carole King's Tapestry, a classic, a real great one, also in very great condition, so fantastic one. Thank you, Paul. And also, of course, thank you, John Bellamy. Thank you, Trish. Then I think you remember it, Paul, Robert, because you were the one who sent it. I won a contest prize in one of your contests, and once again, totally surprised by the generosity. It was Falco, an American release of his album number 3. It was David Bowie, Time Will Crawl, 12-inch. And then I was even more surprised with this one, my first Japanese pressings on vinyl. Real shocked, I remember. The Go-Go's Vacation, and a Japanese pressing of In Excess, Listen Like Thieves. I had this one, but not in Japanese pressing, so it was a major upgrade. Real great one. And I got In Excess Kick as a Japanese pressing, also a real upgrade. Also a real fantastic album, of course, Japanese pressing. Then I won another contest. It was Mike, the Oral Retentive. I don't know why I haven't showed the opening of this one. I must have totally forgot it. Sorry about that. But I won it, and unfortunately during the travel from USA to Sweden, the post office wasn't all that careful, I guess. So it is a little bit of a crack in the glass here, but I'm going to get a new glass, of course. But I want this amazing David Bowie picture. Shame to the post office. But amazing one. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Mike. Real great one. Those were the stuff that I have gotten through the years. So as a way to say thank you to everything that Vinyl Community had given me, and of course I have a lot of other great memories. My Q&A that I did was amazing. I was expecting maybe 3 or 4 people asking questions. Maybe I can do a video 15-20 minutes long with those questions. I had to do 3 videos to go through all the questions, so it was amazing. Maybe I do another quick Q&A in the future. It would be fun. All the outdoor videos, the JorgenS on the move, my travelogues that I really love to do. Almost a way to communicate, to have you with on the trip, even though you're not seeing this, but hopefully you will. So, really love to do those, and then the travels to Stockholm and Gothenburg that was so fun to film. And all the contests responses. I remember when you wanted us, Robert, to do something totally weird in front of the camera, and I did something that I never done before. I made a totally fool out of myself and played some theater. I put on a nice suit and I played air saxophone to big band music, and I also did some lip syncing and something that I never done before, but felt like, why not push the limits for once. So many great memories, and all the people that I have met. I don't want to mention all that many because I don't want to forget anyone, but all the subscribers that I've been having contact with. So I feel great to still be a part of a vinyl community, even though I know that I've been a little after watching videos. I have realized that the day only have 24 hours, so I'm hoping to catch up as much as I can. But real great to be able to communicate with record collectors, have friends in record collectors all over the world, including you, Robert. Hysterically funny and great guy. So I hope that you, Betty, and your children really have a great time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, just like everybody else in the vinyl community. Let's enjoy the sun a bit more. So take care, everybody, and so long.